name's Amanda, and I'm the Fun Size Reader. So I've gotten a lot of requests for a Covet video, and of course, I don't know why you would think that they weren't gonna get one. So this is my first Covet video, but there may be another one coming soon. For this video, I wanted to give you an experience to read Covet with me. So I actually put together a vlog of me reading this entire book, so you will get a firsthand view of my reactions and what I think as I'm going. So keep watching to check it out. All right, here we go. It's time to read Covet. I've got it right here. I pulled the dust cover off because I don't read with them on. I've got my Covet bookmark ready to go, and I put this filter on because I just showered and ate dinner and I want to look presentable for you. So page 1, here we go. All right, so here's my first reaction. I just flipped to literally chapter 0, and it is, I don't even know if it's page 1. Yeah, page 1, chapter 0. Why are the words so small? They're so small. And everything's so close together. This is not the same as the other books. It's going to take me so much longer. So I'm on page 6, and I'd like to say at the bottom of the page, even Macy is Team Hudson. All right, so I'm on page 25, which is the beginning of chapter 7. And I'm not really okay that Grace is still in Jackson. Just going to say it. Not okay with it. But I see where you're going with this, Tracy. He's going to have to woo us. I'm cool with that. Well, at least by chapter 8, Jackson had the guts to do what Grace didn't have the guts to do in the last book. He broke up with her. Finally. And at least he freaking admitted that he was the one that caused this from happening, or to happen, because he was the one that got the mating bond destruction code from the Bloodletter. So yeah, Jackson, it's your fault. Okay, so I'm on page 54, and this is the first time that we hear Grace talk about the emerald green string that we've always wondered what she was talking about. It's not the mating bond, because she acknowledges that the blue one that has sparks coming off of it is the mating bond. So I really want to know what this is. Did I just read that right? I just finished chapter 27. And did I just read that the Bloodletter created the mating bond between Jackson and Grace? Is that why it was like half black and half green and we thought it was dying? Did she make it? And why? Okay, so I just finished chapter 62. And here are some things that I feel like I needed to get out. I didn't think that we got enough information from the giant wife lady. The one that's making the cuffs. I'm like, okay, we know that he's in jail, but there was no information about the cuffs. And I'm like, I feel like she would have kind of known, especially since she told him the whole story of how they were made. So I feel like I'm not happy with that, because all we got was the Hudson, saying, I'll go get him. And I'm like, no, don't do that. And then now, at the end of the chapter, the freaking, I don't even know what they're called. I don't remember. The watch is there to get him. And I'm like, no, we haven't had enough Hudson time yet. Now he's going to stay for a little bit. And now I'm a little scared to start chapter 63. I also forgot to say this earlier, but does anybody else really, really want to know what the promise that Hudson made with the promise ring was? I'm dying to know. Okay, I'm about to start chapter 71, like 300 pages in. And I feel like things are kind of just going and building like they did in the middle of Crush, where it's not like that end of chapter is so exciting, oh my gosh, what's happening next kind of feeling. I feel like that always happens at the end of Tracy's books. So I'm just kind of like, I'm just chugging along. I really hope this is a fun weekend and not, somebody dies or something happens and someone gets taken at the Dragon Court, because we're about to go to that party. So I'm excited to see what happens. I spoke too soon. I just finished chapter 71. What just happened? Why is she doing this? Oh my God. Flint's mom is totally turning on us. Oh man. So I always thought that Grace gave or forgave Flint way too easily for everything that he did in Crave. And now it just came back at him and she just got in his ass. Oh my God. That was such a great scene at the end of chapter 74, in case you're wondering. Okay, no. When I got Hudson out of the jail and the queen told me that we needed to stay for the ball, I'd be like, excuse me, absolutely not. We're leaving. Why are they staying? So chapter 83, page 344. The first few paragraphs is exactly what I was talking about in my last crush video. This is why she should be with Hudson and not Jackson. She literally just figured it all out. I needed her to say it. All right. So if I'm being honest, I am still on chapter 97. It's been a week since I've read. I maybe read a couple pages, maybe one chapter this week. And I haven't read anything else. And I don't think it's because I don't like the book, because I do like the book. But I think it's a combination of a busy life schedule and too many pages or too many words on a page. Because when I don't feel like I'm making progress in a book, I feel like it slows me down. And I feel like that has been a lot of this book. It's not that I don't like it, but I'm reading it a lot slower than I read Crush and Crave, which I finished in like 3 days or less for both of them. So I'm about to sit down. I'm going to try to bust out as much of it as I possibly can. So we'll see if I can finish it by tomorrow, because I want to get this video out to you guys. Okay, I just finished chapter 101. And I'm not understanding why Grace still needs to break this bond. Like, why does she need to break her bond with Hudson for Jackson? I'm confused. Like, I'm truly confused. I don't know why. Like, isn't that going to make her soul break just like his? Isn't that bad? Why is Uncle Finn being so cryptic? I feel like he's planning something or he's up to something and he's in cahoots with people. And I don't know why, but I don't like it. So I'm on chapter 115 right now, and I'm finding the whole structure of the prison and the description of like how it works really confusing. So I'm not sure how this is going to move forward in the story and if it's going to make sense to me. But like just the first 2 pages of 115, I'm like, wait, what does it do? Like how do you get to the chamber to get to the pit? It's not too clear. So we'll see if reading will clear that up. I can't sit here reading about them being in the hex without just thinking about WandaVision. Is anybody else thinking the same thing? I'm on chapter 135. It's been a while since I read, but I'm feeling like this is just really random. Like, it's really random. She just went to get a tattoo because somebody told her that she needed one. And I'm finding this, like, repetitive, what's the right word for it? Like, scenes of these, like, swap meet, like, type things. Really odd and happening too often in this story. Major spoilers if you haven't read to chapter 154. Stop here, don't listen, because there's going to be spoilers. Tracy really likes to kill like secondary characters, doesn't she? Because we've got Flint dying here, and I'm not really quite sure how that happened. He just like appeared and was bleeding and lifeless in front of this, or in the middle of this battle. And now Luke is dead. I do not feel as torn up about this as I did about Xavier. But I have a feeling Flint's coming too, but I don't know if she's going to kill somebody that's that big of a main character. I guess side characters are fine. But we'll see what happens. Wow, Tracy. I stand corrected. So I just finished chapter 158, and I just don't think Jackson was dead for that long. It was like 30 seconds. And yes, that was really cool what Nuri did. And obviously she needed to like atone for what she did before. But couldn't have made it last like a little bit longer, just like a little bit. That, you know, I didn't know that he was just going to come back from the dead immediately. Like, didn't even sink in that he was dead before he was already back. Okay, I finally just finished. I feel like I have a lot of thoughts to unpack, but I don't really know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm kind of speechless. My first thought of finishing the book is we're finally going to get an answer to something that we've wondered about since the last book. And I was expecting this book to go where it looks like the next one is going. So I'm curious. But leave me a comment and let me know, what was your thought as you finished this book? Because it was a very, very different ending than the last book. We all had lots of thoughts about that. So what was your thought when you finished this book? I'm going to need some time to process. Thanks so much for reading along with me, and I can't wait to post my video about what I was thinking, what I actually think of the book, give you my full in-depth with spoiler review. If you want to chat in the meantime, you can find me on Instagram at The Fun Size Reader, on Facebook at The Fun Size Reader, and on Twitter at Fun Size Reader. See you guys next time.